so we're going to go ahead and take you through a hip flexor stretch using some FRC principles. What we're going to have you start off with is basically in a lunge position. We're going to have her put her left foot forward. Okay. Allison likes to have our hips by our hands on her hips, perfectly fine, or you could hold on to something. It really is some good feedback if you have your hands on your hips. So right now what we're going to do is go into a 2-minute passive stretch where she's just getting big deep breaths all the way in for 4, filling up her belly button using her diaphragm, and exhaling everything out and trying to tuck more and more every single second. Think about you're actually tucking your pelvis and your butt all the way under you. You should start to feel a nice deep stretch right all up in here, even in the quad. As far as the angle, we want it to really be straight up for what we're doing right now, but there's definitely some quality stuff that can happen if you actually push your hips forward into a little bit more extension for the back hip. For right now, we want it right here. The main takeaway from our setup is we're not arching our lower back. So if you're trying to fix anterior pelvic tilt or any of that stuff, getting into the position that we're trying to fix is not a good idea. So we want the exact opposite where we're tucked all the way under. So now that we're here, I pretend we were here for 2 minutes already. Allison's gonna take a big deep breath in, exhale everything out. Staying tucked as much as she can, she's gonna start driving her right knee into the ground. Every single second, she's progressively loading those tissues. We're getting stronger and stronger and stronger, pushing down, visualizing like all this stuff is getting longer and longer. Now that we have that there, we're basically gonna ramp that up for 20 seconds. Say it's been 20 seconds. I'm gonna actually ask her to fire her hamstring, the opposite, tissues in the back, and she's gonna go ahead and curl her heel all the way to her butt. Ready, set, and go. Curl and lift, hold, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that down, sink in, big deep breath. Tuck a little bit more. Okay, so the PAILs on that one is going to be the hip flexor stuff. Rails is going to be that hamstring. A couple of different versions of this. The next one we're going to use the glutes a little bit more and push into extension. So she's going to go 20 seconds down, pushing harder and harder every single second, driving the right knee down into the ground, ramping up our tension. Say she just did that for 10 seconds now. Without losing her tuck at all, we're gonna go ahead and use that back butt cheek and drive the hip forward so that you feel all this getting longer into your stomach, into all those deep hip flexors in there. And then exhale and relax, hold the position without losing the tuck. Even try to increase your tuck. So those are 2 different variations as far as the PAILs and the rails. Doing 1 to 2 rounds of each of them is money. In between your rounds, I want you to really, really focus on your breathing for about 30 to 45 seconds. Say we just did our second round, which we did. I want her to be able to stay here for at least a minute. A few different things that we can do while we're here. Let's take our right hand, lift it all the way up in the air. And I want her palm towards me. I want no slack in the system. So I actually want some external rotation and really wind that up. And I also want her to bend. So she's gonna bend towards me and take some big deep breaths. So we're just hitting this whole entire line right here. You'll definitely feel a difference. Again, this is only for the passive breathing at the end or in between rounds. Say she was here for a full minute. We did the 2 rounds. She's gonna sink out, relax. We're gonna switch sides into the other side.